Victory Day in Russia is usually a pageant of tanks and triumph and totalitarian nostalgia, but this year it came with a domestic touch. Vladimir Putin invited cameras into his Kremlin flat, offering fermented milk, chocolate, and a glimpse into the gilded cocoon of a man belligerent and bizarre. And while doing so, he accused President Zelenskyy of issuing a direct threat to Moscow on the grounds that Kyiv will not guarantee security during the May 9th celebrations in Red Square. In an astonishingly choreographed segment of Russian state television, Putin brewed tea, boasted about his love affair with kefir, and showed off a piano he apparently never plays. He meandered through gold-mirrored corridors beneath a portrait of Tsar Alexander III, the peacemaker, ironically, while insisting that he is not some kind of politician, but just a man breathing the same air as millions of Russians. This wasn't a tour of a flat, it was a piece of theatrical myth-making. Putin, facing mounting international isolation, attempted to rebrand himself as humble, reasonable, relatable, all while subtly reminding viewers of his enduring power. He hopes nuclear weapons won't be necessary, he tells us with a smile as cold as the kefir in his fridge. Meanwhile, the Russian Foreign Ministry launched an all-too-familiar propaganda offensive, claiming that Zelenskyy had issued a direct threat to veterans and international dignitaries attending Victory Day. The Ukrainian president's actual comment? That Kyiv cannot take responsibility for security on Russian soil. It was a refusal to play the Kremlin's pantomime. For Moscow, this was sacrilege. Maria Zakharova accused him of threatening the physical safety of veterans. Dmitry Medvedev, not content to be just a grim echo of his former presidential self, darkly warned that Kyiv may not survive to see May the 10th if anything were to happen. The implication was chilling. Any attack on Moscow might be used as a pretext for escalation, perhaps even nuclear escalation. And Zelenskyy, for his part, dismissed Putin's 72-hour ceasefire proposal as theatrics, designed to give Russia a diplomatic photo op with President Xi and others, and he reiterated Ukraine's willingness to consider a 30-day ceasefire, a genuine 30-day ceasefire, but not a token gesture for show. His refusal to provide security guarantees was not a threat. It was a refusal to be framed by Moscow's narrative machine. Indeed, Zelenskyy is in no position to guarantee anything within Russian borders, and he knows full well how provocations can be staged. His message was subtle but clear. We won't provide you with a fig leaf. Even as this drama played out, Ukraine demonstrated its strategic cunning, reportedly downing a Russian Su-30 fighter jet using a sea drone, an historic first. Russia's defences claim to have intercepted 170 drones overnight. The war grinds on, even as leaders sip tea and stage media performances. And moreover, there's now footage of students being rounded up in schools and in coffee shops and taken handcuffed to enlist in the army. Or foreigners being told that if they don't enlist, they're going to get deported on some trumped-up charge. The Kremlin's Victory Day festivals are no longer just about honouring the defeat of Nazism. They've become a political stage upon which Putin seeks to assert that he is still in control, militarily, symbolically, and morally. And yet, judging by the pictures of the students in handcuffs, not very many real Russians want to fight in this dreadful war. They know what they're in for. Their mothers are weeping. The war grinds on. And the Kremlin's Victory Day festivities are no longer just about honouring this festival. They've become a sticking plaster to suggest that everything is normal. Everything isn't normal. The drone strikes, both real and rhetorical, remind us that neither side is willing to retreat. So here we are. A Russian president playing the part of an avuncular patriarch, offering milk drinks and patriotic memories while issuing veiled threats. A Ukrainian president defiant, refusing to enable Russian spectacle and continuing to prosecute a drone-led war from sea and sky. In this theatrical war, May the 9th this year is less about remembrance than reinvention. Putin as statesman, host, Zelenskyy as realist, resistor. But one thing should be clear. Behind the chandeliers and the kefir, the war remains very real, very bloody, and very far from over.